Hello, Amantis here. Today we are playing Wayward Strand by the Australian indie developer Ghost Pattern, and it has just been released this week on September 15th. I've had the pleasure of learning about the game and playing the demo version a few months ago during the June edition of Steam Next Fest, and let's just say I was absolutely blown away by how immersive the narrative experience was, even though the game mechanics were very simple, as you'll see later on in the playthrough. Anyway, so as not to give away too many spoilers at this point, I'll only be playing about 30 to 45 minutes of this game, maximum an hour, just to give you all a sample of what's to come. To sum up, you play as a girl named Casey, who hops aboard the flying hospital her mum works at and collects stories of the different personalities she meets or hears about while she's there. And if you're interested in getting Wayward Strand, it's now available on most major gaming platforms, namely Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Nintendo Switch. I'll put details and links in the description box below for you to check out. So anyway, without further ado, let us start playing. Okay, so we're gonna be clicking on New Game, and let's get to it.
So you're excited after all?
Okay, looks like the game has already started, and compared to the demo, this full version of the game contains voice acting altogether. Alright, so
I guess.
let's take a look.
A little.
That's a nice change of pace. Your bag looks pretty bulky. What have you got in there?
My notebook.
Casey.
I'm still gonna help. I'll help and I'll write my article. I don't get why it's such a big deal.
It's a distraction. You've always got your nose in that thing. Casey, look, I need your cooperation. Your help today.
But why me?
Why you? I need help. You're on holiday. Plus I gave birth to you, so you owe me one.
Gross, Mum.
Imagine if you were stuck in bed all day. No one coming to visit you, not even your family.
Heaven.
Pardon? It's only for a few days. Just be good, please.
Give me a sec. All good now. See you later, Mrs. Beaumaris.
Thanks, Ted.
So what are you going to be up to?
I'm doing work experience.
Deadly? Well, working up here is an experience, all right?
Casey, come on. We've got a long day ahead of us. There'll be no time for dawdling. All right. Here we are.
Now, who are you?
Casey.
Casey. Wonderful name. Very original. I'm Esther. Nice to meet you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go solve a mystery about a goat.
Casey, come here.
She said she's up for it.
Right, okay. All right. Lily, this is Casey.
Hi, Casey.
I'll be busy in the general ward, so come see Lily if you need anything. Now, your job is to go to each of the patients' rooms and spend some time with them. Oh, Lily, did you find a spare fob watch?
Yeah, I think so. It's here somewhere.
See if the patients need anything, but otherwise just give them a bit of company. Got that?
Yeah, found it.
Great. All right. Catch you later, Case.
Bye, Mum.
Okay, here you go. You can use it to keep track of the time. A lot goes on in a hospital. You can't be everywhere at once. I'll be busy today, so you're going to have to choose how you spend your own time.
What should I do now?
Mrs. Vaughn's room is just down the hall. That's a good place to start. She's really friendly. If I'm not off doing something, I'm usually just here. So head back anytime you need help.
Alright, and we have just started the beginning. By far, so far I really enjoy some of the music especially. It's very calming. And as you can see, we can pretty much explore anywhere we want. We can listen in on the cafeteria table, so that's how we're going to start for now. Seems that nobody's talking, so let's go do something else. And
Looks like there's a lot more about that satellite.
Okay, something about a satellite.
Soviet nuclear power satellite, which disintegrated over Canada yesterday, left a large radioactive trail, which will begin to produce fallout. In a few weeks, say West German space experts.
Berliners, eh?
The Institute for Space Observation at Bochum said that...
Where?
Bochum?
Ah, Bochum.
So, they said the fallout could affect any part of the Earth's surface. Between the equator and the 52nd parallel. Professor Hines Kaminsky, head of the institute, said...
Okay, we can choose to do something else.
Was formed when the satellite's atomic reactor...
Let's go somewhere a little quieter. Okay. And as you can see, we have a few new mechanics. Over here we have got a notebook. Let's take a look. So far we have 4 subjects at the bottom. One of them is the ship, and day 1, depending on what time you arrived and what time you started to do certain things, or what time some events happens, you log all the events in your journal. So over here you've got the ship, you have information on your mum, Esther, she says something about a mystery of a goat, and Lily. And Lily gave me a fob watch and suggested that we go see Mrs. Vaughn. So that's what we're going to do next. Let's head this way where Mrs. Vaughn is, and let's pay Mrs. Vaughn a visit.
Hello, dear. Come in, come in. Casey Beaumaris. My, you must have grown a mile a minute since I last saw you. How tall you've grown.
Nice to see you, Mrs. Vaughn.
Ida. Please, Ida. We're all friends here. Welcome to the hospital. Come in, please. Make yourself at home.
Do you know anything about this airship?
A little, I suppose.
I'm writing an article about the airship. I'm going to discover its mysteries and reveal them to the world.
Oh, how thrilling. What would you like to know?
Do you know where it came from?
Not really, unfortunately. I mean, the brochure said that it used to be a luxury German airliner. Oh, Mr. Pruess would be a good person to ask. He was a passenger on the ship, I believe, back when it was in commission. His room is on the level below this one, in the same spot, I think.
Okay, we can choose to look at our notebook at this point. As you can see, we have added a few notes. Ida says she read a brochure that this airship used to be a luxury airliner. Do we have any extra information? Oh, well, we do have information about Ida now. And she suggested that we go see Mr. Pruess. And time will stop for nobody. What's special about this game is that things will happen no matter what happens in a non-linear fashion.
I might go and have a look around.
Okay, then. I'll see you later, dear.
Let's just look around. Do we have anything that... Okay, it's just people. Okay, so we can actually search for people by using that search function. Okay, let's use the elevator and head over to the upper floor. We won't be visiting Mr. Pruess just yet. Let's just explore the entire airship for this session of the game. And here we are. We are on the upper levels. Let's approach the balcony. See if there's anything special over here. Let's take a look out and see what's happening. It's pretty empty. But we do see the newspaper at the cafeteria. Let's make a move on. We could use intercom, but we won't be doing that just yet. Press the notebook by accident, that's fine. Let's head back downstairs. Maybe we'll pay Mr. Pruess a visit at this point. We could actually choose to sit down and dilly-dally a little bit, but we'll not do that for this playthrough just yet, because we want to explore as much as possible. Mr. Pruess, is he here? Oh, guess nobody's home. Instead, we will visit this patient, just to see who this is. Oh, here we go.
Dr. Bouchard?
What are you here for? Time to turn me sunny side up?
What do you mean?
I mean, what is your purpose here?
I'm here with my mum.
Well, you're in the wrong room.
Why do you think that?
There's no other explanation as to why you're bothering me.
Sorry, I'll leave you alone.
Good.
He obviously doesn't want to be visited. And Dr. Bouchard apparently used to be Casey's doctor. Okay. Let's go and visit Esther, whom we've met at the elevator. Let's see what happens when we pay her a visit.
Hi again.
Who are you?
Casey,
She seems to have forgotten who we are.
we met before,
Are you sure?
near the elevator. My mum works here, Mrs Beaumaris.
Ah, the head proctor. And I suppose she sent you to keep an eye on me.
I meant to spend time with you, with each of the patients.
She sounds very frustrated.
I'm perfectly fine, thank you. I just haven't been given my medicine yet. Now, why are you in my room?
You haven't had your medicine?
The staff here are atrocious. Memory like a... what is it?
Goldfish?
No, that's not it. You look awkward, standing there in the doorway like that. Come on, in you come. Have a seat over there.
Okay, we'll do just that.
Don't mind me. I'm just battling this confounded puzzle.
What did you mean about the goat?
What? Which goat?
Outside the elevator. You said something about a mystery. About a mountain goat.
Right. You want to switch places?
Mrs Esther?
I didn't tell you to call me Mrs., and I don't want it. I'm done with being a Mrs.
Okay.
Never got much out of it anyway. Well, what is it?
What do you know about the airship?
What business is it of yours?
Alright, we're going to... You could choose to be very rude. I asked first, is it a secret? I'm writing an article. Let's go with the bottom one. Well, okay,
Is it a
there is a
secret?
timer as
There
well.
are plenty of secrets around here. Secrets in the present, secrets of the past. The future's the only thing that's clear, really.
I want to uncover the mystery. The mystery of the ship.
Be careful, Missy. Set out to discover a mystery. The mystery might discover you.
I'm writing an article.
Are you now?
I'm a journalist.
I'm sure you are. Forget what I said. I know diddly squat about this place, except it's staffed by nitwits.
Oh dear.
Did
Esther
you hear
does-
that? That's
doesn't seem
Pruess.
entries.
Back from the cav.
Looks like I'm going to pay a visit to Mr. Pruess.
Excuse me for a moment.
What is Esther? Esther seems to be on her way out.
Out you get. You can come back later.
Just follow Esther. Since she's about to see Mr. Pruess. We're just gonna stand here while Esther makes her way in.
Guten Tag, Mr. Pruess.
Let's just peek into the patient's room.
To rest.
Ah, good. Very good. You were in the cafe last night, right?
Yesterday. In the evening?
Mr. Bloody Fork, utterly bromidic.
Perhaps I was not present.
Oh, well, I was sitting down to dinner, as per usual. Usual pea and ham. Minding my own business. Couple of minutes go by, and Mr. Fork plops down at the next table. Now, I happen to know Mr. Fork is an Aquarius, and I happened to read his horoscope in the weekly just beforehand. Before dinner last night, that is. So I tried to pass on the good news, and well,
Well,
he went off.
Mr. Falk?
Right off. He was yelling, he was shouting, not very loudly, I suppose, but he
At least-
clearly didn't believe a word.
It stop hearing this conversation for now and use the elevator to get back to the cafeteria. And while we're at it, some of it is actually quite interesting by far. For example, we found a few more tidbits about Mr. Pruess that we will look at. And, of course, about Esther as well. Alright, let's take a look at what our notebook says so far. We have Dr Bouchard. Well, we don't have any info on Mr Pruess yet because we haven't actually met him in person. But let's take a look at Esther. She seems like she's in pain every time she moves. It looks like the drawing follows with what you said during the conversation. So because I said we have a memory of she has a memory of a goldfish, or at least a member of staff in the airborne hospital have memories of goldfish, so we have a drawing of the goldfish here. She does crosswords, asked me not to say Mrs. when I talk to her, and there are a lot of secrets around her ship, and she had a fight with Mr. Falk yesterday. I don't know what information that can actually be used later on, but it could prove to be useful. Can I not take anything? Oh, we can look out. Let's take a look at what we can see from the canteen. So this is a chance to look at the notebook as always. Alright, let's leave and let's head somewhere else. Maybe we can visit another patient. We have already visited Ida. Let's visit this patient here and let's see who this is.
Ah, hello there. That's right, you're the Mo Morris girl. And of course, that's why you're here. It all comes together.
What's coming together?
You haven't been told? Well, that's an interesting decision. In any case, if you've been kept in the dark, I'll have to do the same. Apologies, my dear. Now, your name, Prithee.
My name is Casey.
Casey, is it? Very well, very well. My name is Neil Avery. You might have heard of me. It's a pleasure to meet you. Come in. Have a seat.
So now that I've had a seat, let's hang out for a while, or let's just say something to him. Let's ask about the airship.
Mr. Avery,
Yes, my dear.
can you tell me what you know about the airship?
Ah, curious, are we? Very well. The year 1976. The man, Felix Pettigrew. He saw an opportunity that no one else had seen before. A derelict airship floating above a nowhere town.
That's my town.
Hey, that's my town.
Ah, my sincerest apologies. Within just a few months, he had convinced the town council to convert it to a hospital. And with some clever marketing, he raised capital investment from across the globe. A year later, and here we are, airborne, aboard a modern medical marvel.
Why was it made into a hospital?
Why? Why not? It's lovely up here.
Do you know where it was built?
Oh, you know, Europe somewhere. Mr. Pruess might know. He's Viennese. Your curiosity about the ship's provenance is intriguing. I always keep an eye out for what is interesting the populace. Yes.
I heard
Yes.
yesterday there was an argument.
Oh, yes. Mrs. Fitzgerald and Mr. Falk. Well, they don't get along all that well.
What was the fight about?
As I recall, Mrs. Fitzgerald was just giving Mr. Falk some horological advice. It wasn't bad news, wasn't bad at all. But Mr. Falk was quite dismissive, as per usual. He's very fixed in his view of the world.
What did...
Well, before I knew it, voices were raised, eyebrows were furrowed. It was quite unbecoming. But don't tell either of them I told you so. Now, really, that's all I can tell you. I can't stand a gossip.
In the meantime, let us look at what's in our notebook. We have Mr. Avery now. Seems that Mr. Avery is a writer as well. But at the same time, some of it... Actually, let's keep looking at the notebook while we're at it. Actually, by far, what I love about this game by far is that the voice acting has made each of the characters feel a lot more alive than when I was still playing, when we were still playing the demo. Okay, so let us go with... Let's just leave him for a while. We found out...
leave for the moment.
I see. Very well, my dear.
Let's explore the ship a little more and do what typical young girls do.
Oh, Casey. Have you met Joe yet?
Who's Joe?
He's right over here. Joe! Come over for a sec.
Oh, that's the male nurse.
This is Casey.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
you too, Cassie.
Casey.
So what's the deal?
Oh, Casey is Mrs. B's daughter. She's helping out around here for a few days. Remember?
Right. Well, Gromit, try not to break anything.
Why would you say that?
Be nice, Joe.
Fine. See you around, Casey.
Joe doesn't seem to like us very much.
See? Yeah.
Oh, I love the uncertainty in Casey's voice. Let's take a look at what we've got. And she says he seems cool. Okay, and let's listen in. Is there anything that's happening at the nurse's station?
There goes Esther again. I've got to give Mr. Pruess lunch in a moment. Can you check on her?
I'll do Pruess. You can figure out what the bee is in Mrs. F's bonnet.
Fine.
Listened in on some conversations. Nothing about Joe. What's Mrs. B? Mrs. B is somebody else. Let's head upstairs. You probably want to go into that music room. Is that even a music room? It's got a gramophone on it. Actually, we'll go here just to see what's in this direction. There's an extra room over here, but seems that we can't go there just yet. Let's visit this patient.
Hello.
She doesn't seem to want to reply.
Hello? Excuse me, what's your name?
Just move her closer to the bed. I don't know if that's the best way to get her attention, but we'll see what happens. Let's open the curtains for her.
Oh! Did you want them closed?
Just gonna close the curtains again.
I'm just gonna have a look around, if that's okay. name is Tomi Hummel. Hi, Miss Tomi. Your watering can is almost empty. You have a beautiful garden. You look after it, I suppose. Are these all yours? I planted some stuff in our backyard. It got really hot and I forgot to water. Anyway, you seem like a pretty good gardener.
Let's take a look at the notebook in the meantime. She wouldn't talk to me. I don't know her name. Her name is Tomi. And we found out that there are statues on her shelf, basically the trophies that are on her shelf, and they are in another language. What we can do though,
Goodbye, Tomi.
is we can talk to Ida about it. Yeah, but let's see if we can go visit Ida once more. Let's head downstairs. While we're at it, let's try and go to this room that has a gramophone in it. Can we read? Could try to read for a while, but let's not do that. Let's head downstairs. Oh, there is Esther. Esther is at it again. Probably going for another argument.
Hi, Esther.
She doesn't want to talk to us. Let's use the elevator with this guy. Oh wait, I'm going to the wrong floor. I think I'm going to the wrong floor. Should be going to the middle floor instead of the upper floor, but we'll just go anyway. Let's head back. Let's actually head back to the middle floor. Wasted a little bit of time, but we'll still continue anyway. And we are at the middle floor with Esther.
Mrs Vaughn.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, Katie. Can't stop and chat. Much to do.
Let's take a peek into Ida's room.
Hey, and
No, she's on her way out though.
choose to neither confirm nor deny.
I need to mark you
Is
off,
she even-
Well, mark off P and ham.
Let's listen to the dumb waiter.
You haven't done anything funny with this, have you?
I didn't today, nor yesterday, and I won't tomorrow either.
I won't be anybody's proxy, I tell you.
No funny business, ma'am. I swear it.
Well, we'll see.
This grumpy lady.
You're welcome.
Alright, she's gonna have a meal at the canteen. Let's take a look at Esther's notes, and she thinks that someone's trying to poison her food. Alright, let's head over here. Approach this person sitting at a cafeteria.
Good morning.
Hi.
Katie, right? I'm dead. Sit if you want.
Cool. Hey,
Yeah,
do you know much about this place?
the ship? Sure. Well, some.
Have you explored this place much?
A bit.
So, what do you know?
It's old. Lots of old stuff on here. People's things. See?
He doesn't seem very willing to answer my questions.
Where did you find that?
Just around the place.
But where exactly?
I gotta finish this.
He doesn't seem very willing to talk to us about the airship.
I might keep looking around.
He just sits there finishing his soup. Let's take another look at our notebook. He has cereal for breakfast. He is the shuttle pilot. And he seems to know more about the airship than he's letting on.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologise. Just sit down already.
Certainly.
Okay, here we go.
Just there, just ignoring Casey.
Oh, I am sorry.
Didn't I tell you to stop apologising?
It's just that I'm sad about our dear friend, his passing last night.
What? Who are you talking about?
Oh dear, you haven't heard.
Heard what?
Hugo, Mr. Falk, he's dead. Gone.
No, truly.
Dead as a doornail, or so.
Oh, well, we had that tiff yesterday, but that doesn't make it my fault.
Heavens, no.
I didn't bring it about.
It was simply his time.
I don't do that kind of thing. You know that.
What, murder? I should hope not.
Well, one ought not to underestimate the extent of my powers, but I use them for good, only good.
Of course, of course.
Seems that we've learned quite a lot through listening to this conversation. Let's do something else. Open up our notebook. We've learned about Mr. Falk. Seems that he passed away last night, but at the same time, we've also learned that he had an argument with Esther about horoscopes previously, and Esther might be feeling on a guilt trip right now, but let's just see how this story goes. And we have this story, we have this person called Devon. He sounds like the chef. Alright, let's head over. Let's approach Lily.
Casey, there you are. Head over here for a lunch demonstration.
It looks like we have a lunch demonstration.
Alright, so this is where you order food. This is the intercom, and say hi, Devon.
What?
Oh, oops.
That you, Lily?
Yes, it's me. Sorry, I'm just... Casey's here. I'm showing her how to order.
Hi, Casey.
Hi.
Very well. When you're ready.
Okay, so you can order anything off the menu. Unfortunately, it's all
Sorry
soup.
that it's all soup. We're still getting the kitchen fitted out.
But it's good.
though. Hearty.
The options are on the menu on the wall. Just order when you're ready.
Let's go for tomato soup.
I'd like tomato soup, please.
Coming right up.
It usually doesn't take too long. Ah, it's on its way. There you go. Now, I've got to look after Miss Hummel. Feel free to come sit with us, or you can find somewhere else to sit and eat.
Let's see who
Stuffing.
we shall sit
Could you
with
send Tomi's up next?
What
during lunch.
Thanks, Dev.
Joni,
No, Casey.
hell of a girl. Hell of a girl.
Seems that
Going places.
seems that people are gossiping about Casey.
Well,
He says he thinks I'm going places. Another lunch of Esther. Let's see if we can get extra info about Lily.
I'm gonna keep an eye
Here
on
we go,
her
Miss Hummel.
myself.
Let's talk. Actually, let's sit together with Miss Hummel.
Open.
Can we sit together with Miss
She's
Hummel?
hiding.
Come sit down.
Thanks.
Okay, let's sit down together with Miss Hummel and Lily.
Have you met Miss Hummel yet?
Hi, Miss Hummel.
Tomi is, well, the technical term is non-verbal. She doesn't speak to us, but she enjoys us speaking with her. We're pretty sure, and it's worth doing just in case.
Mr. Falk, Sunday was to be his birthday.
I saw some bears in Tomi's room.
What? Oh, right. The trophies.
What's the story behind them?
Why are you asking again?
I'm curious.
I'm not too sure. You could check with Ida. She's friends with Tomi. She might know more.
I went to see Dr Bouchard.
Ah, yes.
Do you know why she would be angry with me?
Oh, she's gotten a prognosis recently. It was worse than any of us expected. She's taking it hard.
What was the prognosis?
I think I'll leave it to her to talk about the specifics, if she'd like to share.
Thanks for talking with me about her.
Oh, that's all right. Anytime.
There are moments when it's better to be polite.
Company now. But if you're able to, check in on her every now and then. I'll do the same.
Hey, Lil. Hi, Casey. How's the morning been?
It's been good.
Good to hear. Have you been doing as you're told?
Nobody's really asked for anything. I've just been talking with them.
Just remember, Case, you're here to help.
I will.
Good. There's a lot that goes on up here, more than you might realise. You need to keep your nose out of those books to see it. All right, I've got to get back to it. I'll see you up at the shuttle at 6. See you then. See you, Lil.
Oh, bye, Mrs. B.
We could have the option to leave now. Actually, no, let's have a talk with Lily.
Yes?
I wanted to ask about Mr. Falk.
Oh, right. What did you want to know?
What was he like?
He was a funny old fella. You would have liked him. Always eating ice cream bars. We'd find wrappers lying in his room.
Did he have family?
His wife died a few years back. There's a daughter. She's got a farm up near Kawira. The funeral will be on Sunday.
I wish I'd met him.
I wish you had too.
Is there a way I could help with Miss Hummel?
Oh, just spending time with her is great. Oh, if you notice her watering can is empty, you could refill it. But otherwise, keep an eye on her perhaps, especially if she's out of her room unattended.
Let's take a look at the notebook. We find out a little bit more extra information, and we find out Mr. Falk has his funeral on Sunday. And let's see, when we can also help Mrs. Hummel as well later on. But let's leave for now.
Oh, sure. We'll see you later.
Enjoy your lunch.
Which is basically just soup. Nothing but soup. And there goes the other nurse. Let's approach the cafeteria table.
Ah, Casey. How are things? We're just, well, Mrs. Fitzgerald and I are having a discussion at the moment, but do come by mine in the afternoon.
Yes. Very well. Very well.
We'll have a good old yarn. Ah, yes, the weather.
Let's see what Mr. Avery says. How about Esther? You're having a private conversation over lunch.
Rather warm indeed.
Just listening.
What
the cafeteria
scintillating patter.
Yes, warm and sunny.
They're just talking about the weather so far. very, very
Busy the
exaggerated
past few days, and it's gonna
about
get
the
even
weather.
busier. So if you're able to keep
Right, let's go over to Mrs. Vaughn, if we can go over to Mrs. Vaughn. Let's head upstairs. But Mrs. Vaughn might be taking a nap, however, because the door seems to be closed when we pass by. Let's go upstairs and see what we can do. See who we can visit. Can we go inside? Nope, we can't do that. Ah, okay. Okay, this door is closed. Let's approach the balcony. See if there's anything we can do. Let's look out. Let's take a look at... Nothing particularly interesting that's happening at the moment. So far, I'm enjoying how everybody has some sort of mysterious story to tell. Because, it's, like I said, it's one of those games where the mechanics are very, very simple, but at the same time, you really don't need any complicated mechanics to make a game this immersive. Because all I've been doing is talking to people or listening on a few conversations. Right, let's see if we can find somebody to talk to here. Oh, there goes Esther once more.
How is she?
Mr. Avery. Fine, I suppose. She's eating. Ida, on the other hand.
Listening.
Oh, of course. Yes, we're all rather distraught. You know, I believe I could make some time in my schedule this afternoon. Why don't I visit Miss Hummel for a while? I can read to her.
Oh, well, that'd be nice.
Found out some more information about Mr. Avery.
As well?
Yes, not a problem.
Let's head over to the ground floor. See if there is anything else that we can do. Time stops for nobody on in this game. Okay, let's go here. Can we go? We can't really go to this side of the ship just yet. Should we visit Dr. Bouchard? Let's visit this patient.
Him so well.
No. Well, me either. But I certainly didn't wish any harm upon him. You know me. Wouldn't hurt a fly. But I had my disagreements with him, certainly. And you...
I wish him rest.
What I'm saying is, you two
Rest
so...
and peace.
Well, it's very irregular, you know.
In what regard?
Well, because, well, his stars, they were very auspiciously aligned. It's rather strange indeed, come to think of it. I'm going to have another squiz at my charts. Just doesn't line up.
Good day.
Let's do something else for now. Let's take a look at our notebook. We have some extra information between Esther and this man in the room, Mr. Pruess, about Mr. Falk, obviously. And it looks like there was some mystery happening, or that has just happened in the story so far. Let's visit Mr. Pruess and find out a little bit more about the spaceship. No, excuse me, the airship.
Who is there? You are not a nurse.
I'm, Casey.
I am Mr. Pruess. You may sit, if you'd like.
Let's talk about the airship first.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Looks like he's falling asleep though.
A question? I do not.
What do you know about the airship?
The Gräfin, Isabella, I know some. I would voyage upon the Bella before the war, when I was young.
Do you know what the golden bears are in Miss Hummel's room?
A golden bears? Statues?
Yeah.
Ah, I believe film awards. The Berlinale.
The Berlinale. What's the Berlinale?
A festival in Berlin of artistic films.
How did she win the awards?
That I am unsure of.
When did you travel on the airship?
In the early 30s. Several times. Before the war. And then again, once 1953.
Why did you travel on the ship so much?
We performed. Anna would sing.
How old were you then?
Young, between 40 and 50 years old.
What was it like back then?
Magnificent. We followed in the footsteps of Ekna, Lehmann, Nobile.
Who is Anna?
My wife, late, as you say, she has died.
I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago. My memory fades.
Afternoon, Mr Pruess. Something came for you. Hey,
Hey,
where do you want it?
Just there. Will do.
All right. I'll go then.
Thank you.
See ya.
see ya.
Alright, let's leave for now.
I might leave you for now.
Very well.
Okay, so it's already about 45 minutes, more or less, close to an hour since starting to play this game. Anyway, so far, at least we got to see the game mechanics, we get to see people, we get to talk to different personalities, and also get to visit them, or just listening in on their conversations and find out more. Anyway, so far I am really enjoying the story aspect of the game, and a lot of the narrative bits and pieces that you have to piece together as the player. And so far it's just been absolutely immersive, like I said, and I can't wait to see what happens next with Casey and her investigation techniques. Anyway, we'll not do any more for now, just in case you all want to play this game, and so that we don't do any spoilers just yet. Let me know in the comments below if you wish for me to carry on this game, and or do some more playthroughs or whatnot, or you can play it yourself and see how it goes. Anyway, just want to say thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.